Hey man, here's something most men don't want to hear, but need to understand early. Time is your greatest asset, and the cruelest part of the dating game is that the people you give your time to rarely value it until it's too late. Young women, they'll waste it like you've got decades to burn. And older women, many of them already spent the prime of their beauty, fertility, and femininity chasing chaos, drama, validation, and freedom, and now they want a man to pay the price for the years they gave to everyone else. You need to wake up to this game before you end up as the man who gave loyalty to someone who saw you as a backup plan. You weren't her first choice. You were her final option after the adventure ended. That should piss you off, but more importantly, it should wake you up. Young women today are being raised on a toxic cocktail of social media fantasy, hypergamy disguised as empowerment, and the belief that they are the prize by default. And because they peak in value much earlier than men, they treat those years like a shopping spree. Every man is a toy, a test, a stepping stone. She wants attention, experiences, situationships, and drama. She's not looking for substance, she's looking for stimulation. You could be the most grounded, high-value man, but if she's still in her fantasy phase, she'll toss you aside because you're too serious, too stable, not exciting enough. Translation, she doesn't want a real man yet, she wants to waste time with boys. You'll waste months or years trying to prove yourself to her, trying to be good enough, consistent enough, patient enough, thinking that if you just show her your worth, she'll stop playing games, but she won't, because she's not ready, and worse, she doesn't see your effort as valuable, she sees it as desperate. She'll exploit your consistency, she'll ghost you and come back, she'll flirt and flake, and every time she does it, she's secretly clocking how much she can disrespect you without losing you. That's not love. That's power play disguised as femininity. Now flip the coin, older women. Many of them will look at you and say, I'm ready now, I've been through it all, I want something real. But what they're really saying is, I've used up the best years of my life, chasing men who never wanted me, and now I want you to clean up the mess. She wants you to be stable now, loyal now, consistent now, because the men she really desired never gave her that. So she's seeking in you what she couldn't get from them, and that should be your red flag. You're not her redemption story, you're just her safety net. And the truth is, you deserve better than being the man she settled for after the thrill was gone. A lot of older women will come with an impressive story. I've healed, I've grown, I've learned my worth. But ask yourself, what did she do with her worth when it was highest? Who did she give it to when she was young, beautiful, and full of options? Because if the answer is chaos, nightlife, bad boys, and social validation, then what she's offering now isn't growth, it's leftovers. And no matter how pretty she tries to package it in therapy talk and maturity language, you need to see the truth for what it is. She gave her prime to her excitement, and now she wants her peace from you. Here's the problem most men face. We don't want to seem judgmental. We don't want to hurt feelings, so we rationalize. We tell ourselves, it's okay if she's still figuring things out, or she's changed, she's different now. But deep down, we feel it. We feel when we're not being chosen for the right reasons. We feel when we're being treated like a life preserver, not a man. And that feeling, that gut instinct, is something you must never ignore, because it's telling you the truth that her words never will. See, both young and older women will test your time in different ways. The young one will test your patience, she'll waste your loyalty. She'll dangle the idea of love while exploring options. The older one will test your resources. She'll want security, reassurance, emotional labor, without acknowledging that she gave all those things to men who didn't earn them. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself giving the best version of yourself to a woman who already gave her best to someone else. That's the trap. And most men walk right into it with their eyes wide shut. This isn't about bitterness, it's about clarity. You must understand female nature if you want to protect your time, energy, and peace. You must understand that most women aren't evil, but they are emotional opportunists. They respond to what feels good, not what is good. And what feels good at 21 is not the same as what feels good at 35. You can't let yourself be the man she only values when she's tired, worn down, or desperate for stability. You need to be the man who is so grounded in his mission, he doesn't flinch when he's not someone's first choice. And let's be brutally honest here. The dating game has changed. The internet, Instagram, dating apps, they've inflated women's perception of their own value to godlike levels. The average woman now thinks she deserves a top-tier man, even if she brings nothing but makeup and attitude to the table. And while you're building your future, refining your discipline, improving your body, and focusing on purpose, she's taking selfies and believing every like is a marriage proposal. You need to see the delusion for what it is and stay focused. Your time is too expensive for fantasy. You must understand this truth. When a woman truly values a man, she doesn't play games with his time. She doesn't delay commitment. She doesn't flirt with other men for validation. She doesn't make you wait in emotional limbo while she figures things out. The woman who values you will move with clarity. She'll respect your time because she knows it's rare. She won't risk losing you to chase a dopamine hit. But the ones who waste your time, they never saw you as the prize. They saw you as an option, and that's the wound that cuts deepest for most men. Not rejection, but replacement. You invest your energy, you show loyalty, you give her a sense of stability she's never had, and then, when she's bored or chasing a high, she leaves. And months or years later, she comes back saying, "You were the best man I ever had," but by then, it's too late. Because what she's really saying is, "I couldn't find better, so now I remember your value." That's not love. That's regret. And you should never build a life around someone else's regret. So protect your time like your life depends on it, because it does. Time is the one thing you'll never get back. Don't waste it trying to fix young women who want to explore, and don't offer it to older women who only value it now that their options are gone. You're not here to be the rebound, the experiment, or the retirement plan. You're here to build a kingdom, and the only woman worthy of entering it is the one who never played with your time in the first place. You need to realize that attention from women doesn't mean value. Young women will flood your DMs, like your photos, flirt in public, and make you think they're serious about you, but when it comes time to commit, they vanish. They were never interested in you. They were interested in the attention. You were a temporary high, a boost in self-esteem, a placeholder until someone more exciting came along. Don't mistake flirtation for intention. A woman's interest must be tested by time and consistency, not by how much she giggles when you're around. And when you deal with older women, you'll start hearing a different kind of game. It's not about butterflies anymore, it's about bargaining. I know what I bring to the table. I've done the work. I'm looking for something serious. But what she's really saying is, I'm done playing, but I'm still expecting someone else to pay for the years I wasted. Be very careful when a woman offers you stability only after she's exhausted all her chaos. That's not healing, that's repositioning. And if you don't see it, you'll end up investing in someone who sees you as her last resort. This is why most relationships feel like war zones today. The young women are trying to have fun while testing your masculinity every day. The older women are demanding peace while bringing unhealed trauma and resentment from years of poor decisions. And in both cases, the modern man is under siege. Your time, your attention, your stability, it's all on the auction block. And the only way to survive it is to stop playing their game. Let them chase fantasy. Let them romanticize chaos. You build legacy. You'll be tested either way. The younger ones will test your self-control. The older ones will test your patience. But both will make you question whether you're enough. Not because you aren't, but because they've tied their perception of a man to their own emotional cycles. A man is amazing when he's exciting. He's disposable when he's steady. That's why the men who are emotionally grounded, mentally strong, and purpose-driven often get overlooked until it's too late. Until the woman has aged out of options and suddenly sees the man she once ignored as her only anchor. But by then, that man is gone. He's leveled up. He's moved on. He's not angry. He's not bitter. He's just unavailable. That's the ultimate power, detachment. You watched her waste her youth on men who didn't care. You watched her romanticize broken men while pushing away the ones who offered her peace. And now, when she wants peace, she comes back to you. But your peace is already full. It's already guarded. And you don't hand it over to someone who only sees your value after she's finished playing. There's no revenge more powerful than indifference. When she texts you years later, reminiscing, "I was just thinking about you," that's not love. That's nostalgia with regret. She's not missing you, she's missing the version of herself she lost while chasing the wrong things. She's missing the stability she once mocked. She's realizing the men she ran after were never built to stay, and the man who was, she let him walk. And that pain, it lingers far longer than anything you'll ever feel from being ghosted, used, or misunderstood. Don't get caught up trying to save people who spent years avoiding accountability. Young women will expect you to wait while they live life. Older women will expect you to accept them once they're done living life. But where's your time in that equation? Where's your value? Are you supposed to be the emotional rebound when they're done being reckless? You're not a retirement fund. You're not a fixer. You're not here to carry the weight of someone else's wasted years. You're here to lead, and leaders don't beg to be followed. You need to live by this code. If she didn't value your time when she had access to you, she doesn't deserve your presence now that she needs you. If she made you wait while she explored, let her keep exploring. If she wanted fun over loyalty, let her have fun with strangers who don't care. And if she spent her prime proving she didn't need a man, believe her. Don't step in as the cleanup crew. You're not a charity. You're a man building an empire. She had her chance. Now you have your clarity. You've got to understand, true feminine energy respects masculine time. The right woman won't test it, waste it, or take it for granted. She won't try to make you chase. She won't play games. She'll come correct because she values what you bring. And if she doesn't, let her go. Let her learn. Let her feel the silence of a man who no longer entertains confusion. Because your time is sacred, and you only give it to women who don't play with it. And yes, some will call you harsh. Some will say you're too serious or judgmental. But here's the thing, it's not harsh to have standards. It's masculine, it's intelligent, it's protective. You've seen the damage that comes from giving your loyalty to the wrong woman. You've paid the price. You've walked through betrayal, manipulation, indifference. And now, you lead differently. You move with wisdom. You no longer explain your worth. You demonstrate it through distance. Most men never recover from wasted time. They age, not from years, but from emotional exhaustion. They get cold. They lose trust. And that's what happens when you let women dictate the tempo of your life. You start dancing to their chaos. Instead of leading with your purpose, you stop building, you start chasing, and before you know it, you've traded your future for someone else's fantasy. Don't let that be you. Let your time be the filter. If she wastes it, she loses you. And here's the deeper truth. The more disciplined you become with your time, the more powerful you become as a man. You start attracting different women. Women who have already learned their lessons. Women who move with respect. Women who don't want to waste your time because they understand its value. But those women, they only show up when you stop entertaining the ones who see you as entertainment. So remember this, young women will often waste your time because they don't yet understand value. Older women may respect your time only after they've exhausted theirs, but you must honor your time every day because no one else will. You build your life with intention, you move with purpose, and any woman who enters that life either adds peace or gets removed. That's how kings move. That's how you stay untouchable in a world full of chaos, confusion, and regret.